Hey there, Gary here. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you guys today about tracking your data. This is a simple strategy that all top earning professionals use in order to take their life to the next level, in order to achieve the highest level of results. The most successful people are tracking their data. They're tracking their results, and they're looking at the results, and then they're going backwards to find out how they can improve their system in order to achieve better results. So if you're at a level 1 and you want to go to a level 10, in between that is a journey that you've got to go on. You're going to go through a lot of transformation. Okay, you're going to change who you are. You're going to go through a lot of learning experiences to go from that level 1 to that level 10. Well, when you start tracking your data, you can really fine-tune your system so that you can start getting huge results with actually using less time, effort, and energy. Let's look at it like this. Let's look at it in wealth. So let's say that you are a commission salesperson, and let's say that you want to make $10,000 per month. Okay, that's your goal. So let's say right now you're making $5,000 a month. So you want to double your income. Okay? So what we do is then we trace that back. So then we say, okay, so how many appointments am I going on? How many appointments am I going on right now in order to get that $5,000? Well, if you're going on, let's say 20 appointments per week, or excuse me, per month, if you're going on 20 appointments per month and you're making $5,000 per month, then logically we'd say, well, if I double that number, then I'll double this number. Not always true, but sometimes. And then we can roll it back as to, okay, how many phone calls, or we call them connects, do I have to make? So how many people do I actually have to get on the phone with and actually have a communication with in order to set those 20 appointments? And let's say you got to get on the phone with 50 people. You got to have 50 phone conversations to set 20 appointments that come through in order to hit that 5,000. So then we got how many actual dials do you have to make? Okay? So now let's say, now we can break it down even further to say, well, that's 50 in a month, and let's say that there's 4 weeks in a month. Let's say you're roughly doing, 12 phone calls per week. And that in order to get those 12 phone call, in order to have the 12 communications, the actual connection with someone, you got to do 100 dials per day. Okay, so now you can start looking at, okay, so if I got to make 100 dials every day to get 12 connections per week to equal that 50, to equal that 20, to equal that 5,000, then you can take these dials and you can look at how many dials you're making per minute, how many per hour, how many per day, and then you can adjust. Then you can start looking at things like your scripts, what am I saying on the phone, my skills, so on and so forth. So it's all about tracking every move you make and adjusting. So let's say we go from making 100 dials a day to 150 dials per day. Okay, we didn't necessarily have to double our dials, but let's say that the increase by 50% is going to take you from 12 connections per week to that 24 that we were looking for. And then that 24 ends up getting you the 40 appointments that you need to make the 10,000. Okay, in my personal experience, just in this category alone, I've seen that you don't necessarily have to make more dials. You just have to be more present. You have to be more intentful, if that's even a word. You have to have more intention when you get on the phone. So we can also look at health. So for me, I'll use me as an example. Okay? When I first got on this journey, okay, it was about 214 pounds. Okay? 214 pounds. So then what is some other data I can collect? So then I can look at my waist. Okay? I can look at my legs, my arms, my chest. I can start taking all of these measurements. Okay, circumference measurements. So let's say my waist is a 38, my legs are 17, my arms are 15, my chest is, let's say, 36. Okay, so then what do? Then I find a plan. Then I get some type of plan, like right now, I'm doing the 4-hour body plan. I'm seeing incredible results. It's definitely, it's flexible enough so that on like Saturdays, my cheat day, so it makes me actually work harder during the week. I'll actually find myself making more sacrifices. Like last week, I cut out, I was looking at all the different areas that I could cut out sugar. So I actually worked harder during the week knowing that when I made it on Saturday, I was going to get a pig out. I could do it. I mean, we had donuts for breakfast. I'm eating cake and ice cream. All the things that I say are just terrible. I'm being human and I'm enjoying the things that are to be enjoyed, and I'm making huge progress. So every week, every Friday, so Friday before Saturday, because come Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you're going to be heavier set because you ate a bunch of food, you're going to retain water, so on and so forth. So Friday, every Friday, I'm taking my measurements, I'm taking my weight measurement so that I can adjust my plan. I can look at it and say, oh wow, this is really working. I lost 5 pounds this week versus last week. Okay, I lost all these different inches, all these different measurements. So it's all about keeping track of data. Okay, in yesterday's video, we talked about life is just a game. So for me, like let's look at life like a basketball game. Okay, there's tons and tons of stats on each and every player. And the better the stat, obviously the better the player, the better results that the player gets, the more money that the player receives. So for me, it's all about keeping track, keeping stats, tracking data, having a notebook, having a journal, a success tracker. If you notice, like I have a monthly schedule, okay? I have a weekly schedule, I have a daily success tracker that I'm looking at my plans, looking at my goals, what can I do, and I'm tracking my data. Okay, where do I want to go, how far off, and what do I need to adjust so that I can start getting where I want to be a whole lot quicker. Okay, it's a huge tool and a strategy that you can start using today to get where you want to be. It all starts by just listing out those 5 areas: your health, can't spell that, health, wealth, relationships, okay, spirituality, and your personal growth or your purpose. Okay, so all you do is starting data. So what's my starting data? How much do I weigh? What are my measurements? What does my bank account look like? What are the results that I'm getting at my job right now? Okay, what are my relationships? What am I getting? How do I feel about my relationships? How do I feel my spirituality? How do I feel? Collect the data, write about where you're at right now, then write about where you want to be, then create a plan to go from where you are to where you want to be. Start working that plan, commit to the plan, start working on it every single day, and then once a week, sit down and track your data. Take down all your data and compare it to the previous week, compare it to the previous month. So we're always on track. We have a map, our massive action plan, and we're gonna keep every week, we're gonna take some time to say, okay, here's where I was last week, where am I right now? If my goal is to lose weight and I gained weight, I gotta look at my plan. I gotta look at my plan because my plan is not working. So it's better to find out in a week than in a month or to just eventually give up. Make it a game. Make it fun. Tracking data can be very fun when you look at it like you're playing a game against yourself. Hey, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to beat you, Gary, because you've rested on your laurels. You've gone and you've gone totally overboard with your eating and your spending and your laziness. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to whoop you into shape. And then here, it's just, for me, it's me against myself. And how I keep score is my data. That's how I know if I'm winning or losing to myself. Because my goals is I want to lose weight, I want to gain muscle, I want to feel great in my body, I want to have total financial freedom for my family, I want to have great relationships, passion, enthusiasm, love, sex, okay? Spirituality, I want to feel grateful, I want to feel unconditional love and compassion. I know where I want to be. And if I create a plan and I work that plan and I track my data, I'm going to get where I want to be a whole lot quicker because I'm open to adjusting. I'm always looking for little shortcuts, little insights, little things that I can take, like tracking data for you, so I can take my life to the next level in the shortest amount of time possible. So start tracking your data. Where are you at right now? Where do you want to be? Start tracking that data. I have tons and tons of resources that I've created. Okay, if you'd like to get access to those, my monthly planner, my weekly planner, my daily success tracker, if you'd like access to any of that information, just connect to me. Follow up with me. I'd be more than happy to get that information out to you. I'd be more than happy to help you set up a plan. But for right now, grab a sheet of paper. Write out the 5 areas. Where are you at now? Where are you at specifically in your health, your wealth, your relationships, your spirituality, your personal growth? Then take a good hard look at it. Is it where you truly want to be? Is it where you believe like you deserve to be? If that answer is no, contact us. We'd love to help you get where you want to be. So this is Gary. Hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to speaking with you soon. Have a great night.